You were told a simple story. A jealous queen, a poisoned apple, a helpless princess. But that is not what happened. Snow White was never truly a victim, and the apple was never a trap. It was a choice. The kingdom believed the magic mirror judged beauty, but mirrors do not care about beauty. They care about truth, and in royal courts, truth usually means only one thing: power. The mirror never said the queen was ugly. It said something much more dangerous. It said Snow White would become greater, not prettier, greater, and in a kingdom built on inheritance. That meant the balance of power had already begun to shift. Snow White grew up inside palace walls. She watched servants whisper. She watched nobles smile. While hiding their fear, she learned something very early in royal courts. Survival does not belong to the kind. It belongs to the patient. When the queen ordered the hunter to take Snow White into the forest, most people imagine a terrified girl, begging, crying, running. But the hunter hesitated. Not because Snow White was innocent, but because she was calm. Too calm. Some say she looked at the hunter as if she already understood the situation. Because she did. A princess raised in a palace understands danger long before the blade appears. Snow White knew one thing. If the queen feared her, then the queen believed she was a threat. And in politics, being seen as dangerous can be more powerful than being safe. So Snow White disappeared into the forest, not as prey, but as someone waiting for the next move. Eventually, the queen arrived with the apple. History remembers it as poison. But poison ends a story. The apple did something else. It created silence, stillness, a pause. When Snow White took the apple, she did not hesitate, not even for a moment. She bit into it, and the kingdom believed. The princess had fallen, but a sleeping heir is not a dead heir. A silent heir can be far more powerful, because silence creates questions, and questions create fear. While Snow White slept, the kingdom waited. Nobles whispered. The queen ruled, but the mirror remained silent, because the mirror already knew something. The kingdom did not. This story was not over. Then the prince arrived, not as a hero, but as a witness, someone who would see. The moment the story changed, when Snow White awakened, the kingdom saw a miracle. But miracles are simply events people fail to understand. Snow White did not return as the girl who left the palace. She returned as something inevitable. Every fairy tale needs a villain. The queen understood that. Snow White perfected it. And that was the real curse.